disappointing 1-1 draw. I wanted to get the fans' thoughts on Bruno's extension before we talk about the game, because people have made a lot about it. I've seen a lot on social media, a lot here today. Some people not agreeing with it, some people agreeing with it. Did he deserve that contract extension?
I don't realise why people are even talking about Bruno's extension. He is our best player by far. He's the only man I think should get extended.
No, yeah, in 90 minutes, okay, because the team wasn't. But overall, we can't just judge a contract extension off one game. Like overall, do you think it was the right decision to do it, even though we haven't got the manager 100%. In yet? Yeah,
he should be given more. To be honest, he's our best player. Like, to be honest.
And can you see a future with him in terms of trying to change how we play, but with him as at the forefront of that as one of the leaders?
100%. Yeah. Bruno's the man, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay. How about yourself? Do you see Bruno's contract renewal the right thing to do?
Yeah, I think it's the right thing to do, to be honest. I understand that Ronaldo's outshining him because Ronaldo's come back to United, but he's the one that's been performing for us for the past year and a half or so, how long he's been with us. And he's the main man, to be honest with you. And you can see he's hungry, he's running around, he's trying. But it hasn't worked out for him this season in a way. But I think he deserves it, to be honest.
What went wrong today in general?
We're going down, to be honest. We're going backwards. Yeah, not good enough.
It just people talk about the pace of how we play out from the back. Like, I keep seeing Maguire pointing, like, you come here, you come here. Then we try and go long, that doesn't work. And we just played into Leicester's hands so often today.
Yeah, I know. So we had the ball in the middle, could have gone forward. And when he plays it back, I'm like, oh, come on, go forward. And so it's just not a good day at the office for us.
The season just completely done, over?
Yeah, definitely, man. It's done. No. But one thing I add on to that, like, we've got players like Rashford, people say, he's shit. If he goes to another club, he can be performing like Lingard. We need to keep these players, like 2-3 years down the line, they could be up there again, because like most of our United fans, like, when a player doesn't do good, they're like, oh, you're shit. But then the next game, they score the goals, like, yay! But come on, I think give these players a chance, and when the performance is there, like, the confidence back, they'll be
So you think we should have the patience with Rashford? Like, he's obviously struggling right now, but how do you see it?
He's gone. He's finished. Rashford's finished. Finished.
Why? Yeah. Why? What makes you say that?
Why do you think he's completely gone? His form and everything's gone.
Like you said, the form. Could he recapture his form?
Yes. He reminds me of Dele Alli. Remember when he went to Tottenham, he was top, wasn't he? Yeah. Then he just lost it completely. Rashford's gone the same. Like shit. Like the rest of them, the whole lot was shit.
I think
the only one played well there was Harry Maguire, and Fred had a good game as well.
That's saying something as well.
But the rest of them were fucking brutal, were rubbish. A waste of money. You should give me my money back for coming to the game.
Sorry, what was you saying there?
I think every player is just waiting for the new manager to come in, just to find form. Rashford he's a great player, but
he's going through a bad spell.
He's going through a bad spell, that's right.
Do you think he's saying he won't come out of it? Can you see him getting back to his best?
He's a class player. Like, he'll come back. He'll come out of it. He will come out of it.
Okay. Difficult day for us today. You can see the emotions are high. You know, we're struggling at the moment. How do you think the players must be feeling? You know, after performing badly, horrendous season, etc., etc.
I think it's today, for example. I think it's a coaching problem. When I see Bruno's one of our best players. Pogba's one of our best players. These two players are our two best midfielders, and they're playing in a 9 and 10. We've got Fred and McTominay playing in midfield, which you dial it back, that's like having John O'Shea and Phil Neville playing in midfield for Manchester United. That would only normally happen if he was playing third round of the League Cup. These are our two main midfielders. But yet we've got Pogba and Bruno playing up front. That, to me, just seems absolutely crazy. As soon as I saw Matic warming up on the sideline, he has to come on for Fred. We had a good 10-15 minute spell. Yes, Fred's got a good goal, fantastic. He's been playing really well. But as soon as I saw Matic warming up, I knew he'd come and bring some control to that midfield. And I worried straight away. I thought, he's going to take Pogba off. He's going to take Pogba off and go back to 2 6s. And that, to me, just seemed to completely lose the impetus of the game. I wanted to see him take Fred off and be a little bit more bold and go forward. If you look at it, Bruno and Pogba sitting in that midfield is what's going to help United get back to where they need to get to. Trust Rashford up front. If we haven't got Ronaldo up there, you can't play someone like Bruno up front and expect to dominate possession, expect to run in behind. He's not going to do that.
What does that say for Rashi, that he couldn't start ahead of Pogba and Bruno up front. I mean, you know, and Elanga on the right. He just can't get it right now.
But it seems to me, if you've got someone like Ronaldo who typically will play up front, he's obviously going to make a bunch of runs in behind. That's his game. He's going to look to spin. He's going to look to play. But Bruno's going to come short. But there must be something more going on with Rashford behind the scenes. If he can't break, if he can't dislodge effectively a midfielder to play up front, then what's happening in training? What's happening with his attitude? What's the manager thinking about that? I like the fact we had Elanga and Sancho on either flank, but when I watch it, it seems like a coaching problem. Every time United are in possession centrally, both of our 7 and 11, they just drop too deep, and they seem to just occupy the running lanes of our fullbacks. So everything just comes flat and deep. And I watched it every single game I've watched at home. We keep doing the same things.
We get neutralised very easily, don't we?
Yeah,
like the opposition will work us out.
They come short, they come deep. They don't go in. They don't look to run in behind. Yeah. Then you've got Bruno doesn't look to run in behind. So literally, Leicester can play 10 yards further up the pitch. We did it against Brighton. Every single home game we seem to be playing the same way. There's no variation there. But if you're playing Pogba and Bruno up top, I think we did that in the Champions League as well. It just completely falls flat.
Did it against City as well. That didn't go to plan as well.
It does. It's kind of. It's a weird style of coaching. I just don't understand what the structure is there for me, because Bruno and Pogba sitting deeper is where we should be going. And then playing players like Rashford, Elanga, you know, going further forward, that's what we need to be doing. We need pacing behind. Even Sancho can play further forward like that. But if you're going to play two centre midfielders as your 9 and 10, I can't see how we're ever going to break teams down. Yeah. And if you've got effectively John O'Shea and Phil Neville in midfield, I really can't see where we're going with that.
Going to come to the man over here. How did you break it down today? Because people are talking about confidence from the players is gone. You know, you saw Chelsea drop points today. You want to ask the question of Tottenham we play tomorrow. You want to ask the question of Arsenal who got to play Monday. Even though we got an outside chance of getting top 4, now it's gone. But how did you break it down?
So I think that we lacked a lot of performance today. I think it could have been a bigger margin maybe if we had Ronaldo. Unfortunately, he was off. I think Fernandes, he could have made a bigger impact than he did today. Going back to the captain situation, Maguire, in terms of experience, he's practically won nothing. If you look at players like Ronaldo and Fernandes, they've come from backgrounds where they've won lots of trophies. So I think if the team is built around like Ronaldo and he's made the captain, I think there'll be a lot more respect in the locker room. Where
would you start? So there's been a lot of conversations about where to start with how to fix this. Yeah, obviously we've got to start by getting the new manager, and I know that. But in terms of what his first job should be, if you were the manager in the summer, what's the first thing you would look to start changing?
Well, I'd look for more players that would work for my system. So Rangnick, he's tried a few things with the system, but it just hasn't worked, and he's gone back to the sort of Ollie style of football, and it's a bit difficult for him. Obviously, you saw in the transfer window he didn't get any players, which.
They didn't want to, did they? Because it's like, we're going to get a new manager, we don't know. More uncertainty, so we couldn't even get players.
Same tools, expecting different results.
Exactly. Yeah. And for you, is that season over, done, finished now?
I doubt they were going to get top 4.
Do you want it? Do you want top 4 now?
I want top 4. I do. Yeah.
Why do you think that? You know, some people say it's better for us to not be in it. Why do you think it's good for us to be in it, even though we're in a position we're in? We might not be ready for top 4, if I'm honest. Maybe. Exactly. It will. Do you think we'll struggle to get the players that we want to get if we're not in it, or will the club still be a big enough pool to get everyone?
It's a big draw, isn't it?
United's a big club. It's worldwide. It's one of the top 3 most supported clubs in the world. I think it will be a little bit more difficult. Obviously, not starting in the Champions League, but I still think it's a possibility that we could get the right players. But it's not just the it's not just about the players. It's about the coaching staff as well, and what happens behind the scenes.
There you go. The fans have had their say here at Old Trafford as we wrap up. Another disappointing draw. More points thrown down the drain here at Old Trafford, and this season can't end quick enough. Thanks for watching. Peace.